Well, no, they have regular pigeons, but to release domesticated pigeons, they can't defend themselves.
Yeah.
So they become easy
But
targets.
if they release them, so they expect them to come back like it's false. So they release them.
They release them for wedding ceremonies
Yeah.
and stuff like that. See the pigeon has a band.
It might be, maybe it was the other one that people say that they saw and eat. Remember there was one with the band on it? Maybe this is it. Or maybe there's more than one.
More than one. I'm
Because
sure.
I just said to Jean, the pigeon itself looks similar to the other one. The way the...
What is it?
It's a red-tailed
It's like
hawk.
a yellow ring and a pink ring. Color rings, not like the normal rings.
Right. I don't know, but whoever put it on, it's a white pigeon too, so it's domesticated.
Is there a bird ringing or something?
A what?
Bird ringing?
No, not at all.
Not at all in Central Park? Non-ringed
We're
bird?
not allowed.
Really? What shall I go to there to get?
Because it's wrong.
You think so?
Of course. It does nothing for the birds. It does nothing to gain knowledge. It's an egotistic thing with birders and falconers. To put bands on the birds does nothing for the birds. They always claim that they're studying them and they want to know how far they go. It's nonsense.
So I was working in a bird ring in the bird observatory. Got plenty of information on the bird ring.
Yeah. Try to find out what information.
No, it was in Jerusalem. Jerusalem doesn't have almost all like the urban entry inside. There is one spot that there is a bird observatory and they bring birds for already I think 15 years there.
Alright.
And they catch the birds and you can see the changing of the birds and you can get information with the education.
Sure, that's what they all say. But think about it. If we put bans on the birds and we get data back and the data says, hey, we cannot build a mall over here because it's going to, that's part of their habitats. Do you think that banding is going to stop them from putting up a mall? No, they go ahead and they do it anyway.
No, I think in Jerusalem it works.
I could only talk about the United States. But anyway, catching a wild animal and traumatizing it to put a band in it.
That's not good to the birds, but you know what? We can see robins. We can see robins. I don't know the full name of this robin. If we have in the Middle East, it's migrated to Europe and back, and we can see the same robin again and again in the same day of the year, year after year, on the same net. We have wet nets that they are always there every day. There's people in the same
Right,
net.
it gives you little tidbits of
But it means
information.
that this robin migrated to Europe and came back, and he came back to the same place. It means he feels well there. And also he did this migration, he came back. It means that he survived many years.
I know this is going to get to
we
the
have-
point
we
of
have
an
some-
argument. So
We have some very big problems. In the time of the migration, birds, big birds, can go inside the
right, jets.
engine.
Yeah.
Jets.
אבל זה לא חשוב לכיוון.
And when you know what's the rules and so on, it can
Do you think they're going to stop the planes from flying?
They have
They
a
do
special
it,
unit.
they do it,
in
yeah.
All right,
the
I
army.
could only
Israel,
talk about
and we
New
They
York.
have a
we
special
only
unit
talk
with
about
birders.
Israel.
Right.
They occupy the birders in the army. The birders look with the spam, with the
But
satellite,
the
and
radar.
with the radar.
All right,
And
I can't talk
they
about
walk
that.
No,
So
we talking
hopefully
about-
that's good. But in New York, they found out that birds go into the path of the LaGuardia, and what do you think they did? They killed all the birds,
So
all the
that's,
geese. So you see why I have my attitude towards banding?
but in Israel it's the opposite.
All right, they have a bird, a hawk, down in NYU, right, nesting there. The female has a band on the foot that was put on too tight. So it started
That's-
cutting into her
That's
foot.
bad.
That's what.
Right.
That's, it's not professional birders.
No. And it was done by a professional.
If you want to be a bird ringer, you need to get a permission.
I want it stopped entirely. We have no right to interfere with these natural birds. We need to change our ways to match theirs. We have to live in tune with them. We can't catch them. Somebody try to catch him, I'll murder somebody, literally. And they've tried. They want to. They want to put a ban on him because they don't want to just sit and observe. You know, they want to just read the ban that they'll catch. You know what they tried to do in New York about 7 years ago? They want to put up nets to catch little birds, warblers, to put rings in their foot, and they stop them. But that's what they do. These people, they don't care about the birds. They just want to have, when they write their
Research.
doctorate or thesis, they want to just say, I banded 10,000
Of
birds.
course, there are some.
So again, I could only talk about the people I know here, and they eat, really. The falconers, you would think, oh, all they ever talk about, oh, it's for education. They bring owls out. In October this year, every year, they bring falcons into Central Park. Right? They used to have it on the Great
Hey,
Wall.
that's not.
They
That's,
bring them out and they bring them up to little kids. Oh, pet them. They bring owls, like a great horned owl, during the day, right? And they walk around and everybody wants to touch him and hold him. An owl is supposed to be asleep during the day. But they have badges and uniforms and you think, oh, these guys know what they're doing. No, they're evil. I'm really passionate about this because I used to look up to them too. I'm from Trinidad. So I came here and everything I saw, I was like, oh, that's how they do it. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I look up to them. Then when I realized what evil human beings are, I got arrested over him. When they destroyed his nest, got arrested.
You got arrested?
Protesting to put his nest back.
Really bad.
It's, but I picked one bird to protect as much as I could. I'm not here 24 hours a day, but when I'm around, I wouldn't allow anybody to.
Is he eating many times in this
But
spot? Or
no, not. It's not the first time, but it's not a common sight. You see, look at, for example, these are the cops, right? Look at what they do. Instead of walking around or being on a bicycle, they drive gasoline-powered cars and they just drive around and around. Do you think they care about the environment? Do you think they care that this is just one?
It used to be that they rode hoses, no? Okay. One.
Bicycles. All you need is a
Oh,
bicycle.
hoses. Go on a hose. It's okay, no?
No, walk. Get some exercise. They're a bunch of fat, useless human beings. But look at what they do. They just drive around and around. All inside these bushes, there are people doing drugs most of the times. Would they ever see that? No, because they're in their park. So I speak up against stuff like that, and I embarrass them. That's the only thing you can get. The only way you can get anything done. So the guys with the flash, right? A hawk is almost like it's looking through binoculars, right? It's 8 times magnification. So if you take a flash and flash it into their eyes, I don't have any proof that it would destroy their eyes. I just know it's wrong. I could feel it, it's wrong. And I used to do it when I first started. I used to do it. And other people said, why do you have to use flash? And I thought about it, and I researched it and I said, okay, no more flash. If there's a slight possibility that it will damage their eyes, none. But the biggest problem we have is rat poison.
Yeah.
Right? And we have proof of it. We have proof. The hawks die, they do a necropsy on there, comes back. Rat poison. We know it. And they refuse to stop. They stop in this area only because they get a lot of pressure. But out in the other parks, they continue to do it. So could you imagine the scientists with the bands? They come back and say, hi guys, according to our study, these birds want this area to be their nesting area because they go and they come back and